Mughal Empire. Mughals. The Mughals were from the ruling families of Central Asian countries like Uzbekistan and Mongolia. Babur. Babur was the first Mughal emperor, was forced to leave his ancestral throne due to the invasion of another ruler. He seized in 1504 AD. He defeated the Sultan of Delhi, Ibrahim Lodi, and captured Delhi and Agra. Mughal relations with other rulers. The Mughals sought to bring several kings and chiefs under their control. They allowed the older rulers and chiefs to continue rule over their kingdoms, but they could not wage wars against each other and had to keep an army ready for the use of the emperor. The Mughals collected revenues from them. Mughal rulers campaigned constantly against rulers who refused to accept their authority. But as the Mughals were very powerful, many other rulers joined them voluntarily. Many of them married their daughters with Mughal families and received high positions. But many Rajput rulers refused to accept Mughal authority for a long time. Though defeated, they were given their lands back. The careful balance between the opponents enabled the Mughals to extend their influence over many kings and chieftains. Mansabdars and Jagirdars. The Mughals recruited diverse kinds of people from Turkish nobles to Iranians, Indian Muslims, Afghans, Rajputs, Marathas and other groups. Those who joined Mughal services were enrolled as Mansabdars. They were directly under the control of the emperor. They were allocated any work from them like guarding his palace, governing a province, conquering a new kingdom or suppressing a rebellion. Mughal political system. The Mughals developed a political system in which the Mansabdars would not act independently, only as per the wishes of the emperor. Mughals constantly transferring the Mansabdars from one place to another every 2 to 3 years. The Mansabdars' military responsibilities required him to maintain a specific number of cavalrymen. For this, they got them registered, their horses branded, and then received money to pay them as salary. Mansabdars were not hereditary. His son could not become a Mansabdar automatically. It is decided by the emperor whether or not to appoint the son as a Mansabdar. Moreover, he even took over all the property of the Mansabdar on his death. Mansabdar received their salaries as revenues assignments called Jagir. They could only collect the revenue due from their Jagir village and spend to the emperor. The Jagir was administered by other officials, tried to extract money revenue from the farmers than permitted. The Jagirs too were constantly transferred every 2 or 3 years. Zabt. The main source income to Mughal rulers was tax on the produce of property. Akbar's revenue minister, Todarmal, carried out a careful survey crop yield for 10 years period, 1590 to 1580 AD. On this basis of this data, tax was fixed in cash for each crop. Each province was divided into revenue circles. This revenue system was known as Zabt. Zamindars. The village headmen or the local chieftains acted as representatives of the local people are termed as Zamindars by the Mughals. The Zamindars were existed on hereditary basis. Sons succeeded when father died. They received from the Jagirdar shares of the revenue collected from the area and also received some dues from the farmers and others. In some areas, the Zamindars exercised a great deal of power. The exploitation of Mughal administration could drive against Mughal authority. These zamindars' peasants' revolts challenged the stability of the Mughal Empire from the 17th century. Akbar's policies. The broad features of